What's up, everyone? Welcome back. It's been a minute. I know I've been away, but welcome back. Welcome to Divine Healing Poetry. It's me, it's the goddess. I know I've been away for I don't know how long, but it has been a minute. But I'm here and you're here. So let's just dive into it, right? I know I've been away for a minute. I've been working on my second book. I've been mothering, raising two wonderful children. So I've been quite busy. But I have something to share with you guys. It's an evolution. I have evolved. I have grown. I have evolved into my phoenix. It's wonderful. And it feels good. So, as for all of my fellow Scorpios out there, hey. We are the only sign that evolve, right? We transition from a Scorpion to an Eagle, and then we transition into a Phoenix. And I have been in my Phoenix era for quite some time. And I finally had that aha moment where everything kind of just clicked. And I just realized just going to therapy where everything just made sense. And all of that, all of the abuse that I went through in my past relationship with my children's dad, all of that, and even just all of the abuse that you guys are aware of that I went through growing up in my childhood, where now it's just that saying where no matter what people throw at you, you are going to use all of that to rise up, right? You are going to use all of that. No matter what people throw at you, I'm going to use that to build. You can throw whatever you want at me. I'm going to use that to build. And the goddess has arisen. I have awakened. Yes. And it feels so good. So, okay. I filed for child support, right? And my history with the Nevada judicial system, I know the whole court system as a whole. When they say it's fucked, they're just not saying that for a reason. It's really not for those that need it. It really isn't. It really is not. So I filed a motion to modify my custody arrangement. In my previous videos, I spoke on how, I was naive and I was trusting, and I really thought, I felt that he was going to take care of his children. I felt that he was, a good person, and I really felt that he was going to take care of his kids. You know what I'm saying? And I was trusting. I was naive. And, again, this is my experience. And I expressed to you guys that was dumb on my part. I take total blame for not sticking with my lawyer and not implementing and not filing for child support at the very beginning of it all, and not putting him on child support. And instead, I said no. I was trusting, and I was thinking that just by clearly stating, help with groceries, clothes, things like that, I was really thinking that, he was gonna stick to that because when we were together, you know, we both took care of the kids. But once I left him and we broke up, that was not the case. And so this year, like in the beginning of 2024, I filed a motion to modify our custody arrangement for child support. So our court hearing was October 1st. So he flies out here, and it was all on Zoom. He flies out here from Atlanta, and where we attend court via Zoom, you know, virtual. They say, I don't understand why they say, raise your right hand, do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Because they know people commit perjury, right? Because when I say everything that came out of his mouth was a complete lie, yo, he committed perjury. Like, everything that came out of his mouth was a complete lie. The man said he moves, he lives in Nevada. Everything is here, his clothes. He was like, all of my clothes are here. I've moved to Nevada. The strip club that he used to work at, it went into a foreclosure. He doesn't work there anymore and hasn't worked there. Bro, you just told our son last weekend that you would give him some money so he could buy a video game after you get off of work on Sunday, which was literally last weekend before you flew out here Monday for court. But you telling the judge that you haven't worked in months. You don't live in Nevada, but you are flying back home to Friday, October 4th. You broke up with your girlfriend, which is a lie, but what does that have to do with you taking care of your kids? You're broke, you don't have any money, you're not working, and you live back in Nevada. Then he starts going for sympathy, talking about how his brothers are dead and that his mom is sick, and he lives back in Nevada. He's taking a room at her home to take care of her because she's sick. I'm like, you will stop at nothing to get out of taking care of your children. And I'm just like, what? And he's like, I paid like $50 a month for my son to get a haircut. I send them money all the time so that they can buy things that they want. And I'm like, $50 a month for a haircut? Bro, I spend like $800, if not more, on groceries a month. Like, and that's not including toiletries. Like, what? The $50 a month in haircuts, that's because I refuse to pay the guy. I'm not going to pay for the haircut. No, I mean, that's the least you could contribute, right? So then when it was my turn to speak, I told the judge, like, he's still working. He just went to work last weekend, and I know this because he does communicate with our children, and he always tells the kids that he's at work every weekend. He is still with his girlfriend. He flies out. He is still living in Atlanta. He just flew out here, and that was only because to go to court. I don't know why. And it's pretty much to let the judge know, like, dude, he's lying to you. In regards to him saying the club has gone into foreclosure, that's a lie because he was just at work yesterday on a Sunday. Like, oh my God, man. I digress. All in all, the judge says, I don't know what the judge said, I believe you, sir. According to Nevada state law, if I were to base child support off of your last known income, it would be $130 a month for 2 kids. I spend at least a little over $200 for 2 kids at the market every week. I have a 15-year-old son and a 12-year-old daughter. Think about how much that young man eats. He's a grown boy. But he said, I'm going to keep it at 0. I believe you, sir. When I say I was flabbergasted, and he didn't even have his camera on. And he sat here and committed perjury in court. I just turned the camera off, closed the laptop. I was furious. I was triggered. I was so mad. So mad. And then guess who calls me? No caller ID. Of course, it's my kid's dad. Yeah, and then guess who's texting me on the parent app? Of course, it's my kid's dad. But you couldn't respond to the message that I sent you like 3 weeks ago. But now all of a sudden you can communicate. I was triggered. I was furious. And it wasn't so much at the ruling. I left this part out. He also told the judge in his ramble of lies. She also sends them, when they come with me in the summer, she sends them with nothing and I have to buy them clothes. No, sir. The first time they came with you for the summer, and every time they go with you in the summer, you only have them for 3 to 4 weeks each time when you're supposed to have them for the entire length of the summer. The first time they went with you, yes, I was petty, and I did send them with nothing to force you to buy them clothes. And see, and this is where I'm at fault. I keep trying to force him to take care of his kids. And you can't force a man or a woman to take care of their responsibilities. It's either in them or it's not. And that's where you have to release control and let go. They either are or they aren't. And if they're not, oh well, let it go. And the kids will grow up to see who was there and who was not. And I gotta let that go. I have to let that go. You cannot, and even in relationships, you cannot raise a boy to be a man. You can only do that with your children. You cannot raise, when you're in a relationship, you cannot raise your partner to be a woman, and you cannot raise your man to be a man. No, you will drive yourself insane. And so when he said that, I was just like, what? Like the audacity of you. Like if I could pull up our custody arrangement and highlight all the things that you do not do, boy, the whole custody arrangement would be highlighter yellow. You know what I'm saying? Like, it would be just lit up. But somebody has to be the bigger person. You know what I'm saying? And that is me. So it was just like, wow. Okay. And then he said, I guess she's just mad that I don't give her money. I don't need your money. I have my own. Again, can't force somebody to take care of their responsibilities. It's either in you or it's not. And I feel and I know it's just not in him. And so I was disappointed in the ruling because, again, it's like, system, you have failed me. You have failed me. And I was just like, I felt that, like, wow, the lies and the length you will tell and go to all to get out of. Oh my gosh. My phone like legit keeps sliding down. And it keeps like turning the volume low. But it's like the lies you will tell and the lengths you will go to get out of taking care of your children. But then, so like, I was triggered. I ain't even gonna lie. Like, I was legit triggered. And I was mentally taken aback to the very beginning. And all of these emotions came up and everything. And so oh my goodness, this is gonna drive me crazy. And I was taken back to the beginning of like our first like hearing with that judge was just like and I was just like just so overwhelmed with just like so many emotions. And I was just mad and I was angry, like just so many number of emotions that you can think of, you know what I'm saying? And him calling me, and it was just like, I was disgusted. And it was just like, you're not even human, you know, like, you're just, and I feel just the bottom, you know what I'm saying? Like, ew. Like, I don't even think there's a word to describe the way that I feel and the way that I think. Like, and then I just stopped thinking about how I felt about him and how I felt about myself. It was just like, girl, you are too good. It's like, girl, you're too good. Like, it was just like, wait a second. I had to shift my perspective on the entire thing. And once my perspective began to shift, because like even in the conversation, because, and I don't even know why I called that fool, because even like I said in all of my past videos with a narcissistic person, and I'm getting close because I mean this with my heart and my soul. Oh my God, this phone. I'm gonna hold it in a second. I mean this with my heart and my soul. No contact, okay? No contact. Do not go back. Do not go back. They do not deserve your time. Like, oh, piece of hair fell. They do not deserve your time. They are not worthy of your voice, okay? No contact. I don't know why I call this fool, because the lies and the manipulation and the gaslighting, it was just like, what? Girl, you do not deserve that. You are a goddess, okay? Like, goddess. No. That is a warning, red flag. Do not, okay? Do not. And when I say all I got was lies, manipulation, trying to make me feel ashamed, trying to instill fear in me, and it was just like, the nerve, the audacity. Trigger, red flag, do not pass go. No. We will not go down that red road. No. And so I journaled and I meditated. I took me a nice hot bath, and I thought, and I shifted my perspective, and I was just like, what the hell were you thinking? Like, you are so, your value, your self-worth, your standards, my standards are too high. Like, I do not accept breadcrumbs. I do not accept chump change. My standards are too high. My self-love is high. My value is high. Like, my confidence is high. Like, the men that I date, high. The father that, the type of man that will be around my children, that will father my children, high value. So I will accept. I need to get me a new I need to get me a new ring light. The high value. I accept nothing less. So, that being said, even what I accept from my children's dad, if it is not high value, I will not accept it. I will not accept it. With that being said, let me tell y'all what he did. So, he picked the kid, and I know you guys are like, God damn. Right? He picked the kids up that night, right? And he went to Walmart. Oh my goodness, my phone keeps sliding. He took them to Walmart. I said, I messaged him on the little parent app. I said, get them some food and snacks. And I play his little game. I said, because I'm broke right now. Get them some food and snacks. He even posted his little receipt on the little parent app. And now I know, he got he got junk food. He got candy, chips, a mini pack of Krispy Kreme donuts, and some croissants, and a box of cereal. I don't know where the food was at. And a mini box of Dino Nuggets. Oh, it's funny was because he had the nerve to post the receipt on the parent app, like he bought, like it was a contribution. Like it was a contribution to like taking care of the kids. But see, it was just like, okay, you know what? I get it, No, thank you again. Like I said, I'm not going to force you to take care of your kids. I understand. And I feel this is my experience. I feel that in his mind, he's delusional and thinks that he is... See, nah, fuck that. He doesn't want to take care of the kids because it means it's helping me out. But it's like, I don't need your help, bro. I've been taking care of the kids, first off, their entire life since they were born. And when we were together, I was doing everything. And since we've been broken up for the past 4.5 years, I've been doing it. Like, it's all good. Like, I'm not going to I'm good. Like, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's all good. Like, I release all of it. I'm so good. Like, I'm done. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I just messaged on the app and I was just like, you know what? That's when it all like clicked. And it was just like, you know what? I'm worth so much more than this. Like, I'm worth everything. I deserve everything. I've been doing this all by myself for 4.5 years, going on 5. Like, and I've been doing it better than this. Like, my kids deserve more than this. And I've been giving them everything without you. They're happy. They're healthy. They're fine. They're flourishing. We're good. So I just messaged him and I was just like, you know what? We don't need your crumbs. They don't need it. I'm good. Like, when you in town, hit them up. They're old enough. Like, they'll let me know. They'll ask permission just like they do when they want to hang out with their friends. They'll let me know. Don't contact me. I was just like, don't communicate with me on this app. Don't call me. No caller ID. Don't anything. I've never kept you from your kids, Never kept you from your kids. Hit them up when you in town. If we have plans, reschedule. And that's it. Like, I have nothing for you, bro. Like, I'm a goddess. Like, I deserve the world. Like, I am the universe. Like, and this right here, you bring that shit somewhere else. Like, nah, baby. This ain't for me. No, like, No, I'm a high value, high quality woman, and no, I'm good. I'm so good. I don't know who this would fly with, but not with this goddess. So, peace. And I mean, it's like there's no reason for him and I to communicate. And that's like, I'm so happy that our kids are at the age that they are at, because it's like, I don't need to communicate with you any longer. Like, no, our son is 15, daughter is 12. They have their own phones. Like, no contact, bro. For those in the that have children who are younger than that with a narcissist, only communicate with the parent app. Only discuss drop off and pick up times. Anything outside of that, ignore. Don't fall into their traps. They are just sucking your energy. If it's not about a drop off and a pickup time, ignore it. Read books on Stoicism. Highly recommend those. Other than that, don't feed into it. Your energy, preserve your peace of mind. Don't allow them to trigger you. I know that mess is hard as fuck. Healing is going to take some time. Once your children are of age to where you can cut off all communication and there doesn't even have to be a texting back and forth, I highly encourage it. Highly encourage it. You are going through custody. Definitely get child support at the very beginning. If you need a restraining order, get one. There are highly manipulative people. They gaslight. They instill fear. They try to shame you into making you silence yourself. making you afraid to do anything, really, because if they can make you feel ashamed, if they can make you feel scared, then you won't speak out, then you won't do things, then you will isolate yourself, then you will protect them. Those are tactics of a narcissist, because if all of their things are done in the dark so that people won't see them for who they are, you know? And if people won't see them for who they are, then they won't know the ugliness that's dwelling inside of them. People won't know them for their true selves, you know? And a narcissistic person loves to project the ugliness that's dwelling inside of them. They love to project all of the insecurities that they hold inside of them. They love to put that all onto you. That's not who you are. A narcissistic person loves the empath, because as empaths, we feel everything. We feel every single thing, you know? And they love to project all of their hurt, all of their ugliness, all of their pain, all of that onto us, because we can feel that. We can feel all of that. So we know everything of how they feel. And so they want us to feel all of that, because then we can hurt. And then we're ashamed. And then we're holding all of that for them. No, fuck that. Don't deal with that. Don't allow them to manipulate you. Don't allow them to silence you. No. Get you some therapy. Heal yourself. Love yourself. Realize the goddess, the God that you are. And always know that everything is working for your highest good. Everything is. Trust me. When I was going through this abuse, bro, I realize now that it was all for a reason. It was all to bring me here. It was all to make me realize, like, going through all of this pushed me into my Goddess Phoenix era. Like, and I'm so thankful to be here speaking my truth, my experience with you guys. Like, I love this. I love being an advocate for victims of domestic violence. Like, I love sharing my experience. Like, this is my truth. This is my truth. No one can take this experience from me. No one can silence me on this. No one can take this away from me. I went through this. This is my experience. You know what I'm saying? Like, no one can silence you either. That's your experience. That's your truth. So know that. Love yourself. Love yourself. I love you. And if no one has told you today, you're fucking beautiful and you're fucking amazing.